and I forgot it. But my girlfriend, who's quitting smoking and has been replacing it with marijuana oils, had her pen in her thing. She's like, "Hey, just hit this," and I did, and it's the best dentist trip I've ever had in my life.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Um, nice.
What
Um, but yes, they just gave me big Tylenols, which are decent
Yeah. So I
to get the
just I
job
just want
done.
to throw this out there because I'm pretty sure it's true. If this episode counts as part of the SideQuest canon, this is the 6th episode in a row I've been on, and I'm pretty sure you've had dental work for at least half of them.
Yeah, probably.
Like just
What was really great was when I first started getting this done. It was the day before I flew to E3, and I'm like, "Come on, finish this up. I need to go on a plane tomorrow." And like, "Wait, you're going on a plane tomorrow?" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yo, the pressure's gonna fuck with this real bad."
Oh god, that happened to me when I had a fucking ear infection, dude. Jesus, I'll never forget that.
Whenever you travel anywhere, I feel like you need dental work though, because wasn't PAX this
Yeah.
year the you ate a chip wrong and it like broke a
No,
tooth?
no. So PAX, I broke tooth in January of last year, and then PAX last year I got the temporaries done, my front, and then this PAX I got the real ones in the day before. My big expensive teeth, my $3,000 worth of fucking crowns.
yeah, boy.
And then E3 I had a really bad toothache, and I'm like, just rip it out. And they're like, no, we should do a root canal. Let's just try and save it. I'm like, fucking rip it and rip it. And they're like, no.
You do it or I will. I'm not piggy.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, it's a trip. Having good health, dental insurance is nice when your mouth is a fucking train wreck.
What about you, Sam? How's them teeth?
Good. I don't know if I've been to the dentist within the last couple of months, but as far as I know, I'm still on the like only 2 cavity train in my entire life.
Whew.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did have to have my wisdom teeth taken out at some point because they were growing into another tooth.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So they took another man
Fucking
with
metal.
them. That's so gnarly, like getting your teeth removed, because it's not as simple as like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and yank it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna put this screw into the tooth, screw it down in there, break the tooth up to about 50 different pieces, and then slowly rip each one of those pieces out.
And inevitably leave a bunch of those pieces in your fucking gums.
See, I never suffered that fate, but I have heard horror stories of people being like, oh, I'm just chewing a sandwich, and what's this thing that stabbed me in the side of my mouth?
Yep.
Oh, a part of my body that came back to kill me.
You'll need to get on my level. I had all of my wisdom teeth removed at the same time.
Me too.
On the
Yeah,
same
dog.
day. In the Marine Corps, where they don't give a fuck.
Nah, I wasn't quite that bad, but mine was I ignored them until they started impacting sideways, and their pressure was so great that it cracked my jaw, and I got an infection that ran all the way through my bottom jaw and up into my skull.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. So I got taken to the emergency room, which meant free dental work, baby.
I'm never going to the fucking dentist again. That's terrifying.
Oh, I was way into it. I was in so much pain that I was literally in my bed just punching myself in the jaw to try and do enough damage to numb it until I finally got to go, and then they ripped him out, and it was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
That might be the most horrific thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I can just imagine a nurse turning a corner and there's a patient just punching himself in the face.
They're like you can't eat anything solid. You're basically on water for the next 6 weeks. And then I was like, all right, I hear you, and I understand you. And then on the way home, I got some fucking KFC.
Yeah, how good is KFC though?
Oh, it's so good.
It's not as good as Church's or Popeyes.
I drank the gravy.
I'm gonna.
I gotta be in the mood for Popeyes. Because like if I'm feeling like I want to choke to death on like a really salty but awesome biscuit, I'll go to Popeyes. Or if I want a po' boy, I'll go to Popeyes.
Dude, the red beans and rice at Church's is the fucking jam. That's my shit right
Yep.
there.
We don't have those up here.
The fucking dirty rice.
What are you saying, John? How you doing? How are your teeth?
This is hey, this is my first appearance on this podcast as like an actual member of the podcast.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
This is it.
Cast member and not a feature.
This is my inaugural episode, man. Like I don't know if I'm ready for this kind of pressure.
I'm gonna throw this out here. This is how much I pay attention. You guys announced that last week. I literally commented on it, and I still wasn't sure if it was true or not.
I thought it was a joke, to be completely honest.
I'm see, like that doesn't fill me with confidence. You know,
That's how we roll.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. No, I'm actually like on the podcast now, and it's a level of responsibility that I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm ready for it, man.
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret because Dally's not here this week. There's no responsibility. This is gonna be a shit show from hell to breakfast.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot like, so there's another show I was on that was a shit show from Hell to Breakfast. It was called Super Deformed Games Cast.
That's the
So-
worst. That podcast is the fucking worst, dude. That's the worst shit I've ever. Wow, like
It was the best. I rolled up late, and I'm like, sorry, I'm late. And I was like, oh, it's fine. We wouldn't have started anyway because everything's still broken.
like literally. We don't. I don't think we. So we've been doing SDGC for like 2.5 years, and I don't think there's been a single episode where we don't have a sound, like somebody's sound cuts out, or the internet dumps out, or my fucking
Someone has an
computer says
echo.
shit. Somebody has an echo, or a guest drops out. Like fuck. If you fucking name it, it happens on our podcast.
Yeah.
It's a fucking garbage fire, man.
It's almost like American infrastructure, especially with telecom.
It's
terrible.
like the presidency of Donald Trump of podcasts.
If you guys want a relatable anecdote to that, I forgot that I was the one streaming, and so I had neither desktop audio nor mic enabled for the first 35 seconds, so I missed the intros. Nobody heard
That's
that.
fine.
It was
That's fine.
and I'm not gonna do it again.
I don't
We
blame
do a
you.
live show at work, and without fail, every week I forget to cut the in-camera audio, so there's a fucking bad echo for the first 30 seconds of the show every
Nice.
week.
So yeah, I figure we were gonna half-ass this and half do it. So I did in fact write out a little guide to keep myself on track as I get further and
What's
further.
first on the list?
First on the list is I ain't been playing shit. What have you guys been playing?
Yeah, what's a video game?
Yeah,
I've actually
I
been.
played some Monster Hunter, but that's been talked to death.
I'm gonna kill you.
You
What'd
see those
play?
fucking.
It plays fine. It runs fine. I saw a bunch of people saying there were a lot of crash issues, but I haven't come across them.
That's good to know because I do have that pre-ordered and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to run it. What about you guys? You been playing anything?
I'm actually trying to beat fucking Octopath Traveler as we speak.
Are you still playing that game?
Dude, I'm like fucking 88 hours.
in a row. He's playing it during.
Dude, I'm like fucking 88 hours into this damn game.
How many of them stories you got beaten?
All of them, man. I'm like that, dude. I'm at the final boss.
I played a bunch of No Man's Sky.
That shit's dope.
Yeah,
I might buy that by the end of this podcast. It looks alright.
Are you playing-
I've lost my PC save file corrupted. And I was really fucking upset about it, but then I remembered it's a PC game and you could just download a moddable save editor, and I just got myself right back to where I was.
Nice.
Are you playing as a robot boy, an alien boy, a glowy orb boy, or what?
Glowy
Glowing orb.
I'm playing.
So
as,
he has.
I'm playing as default boy. What is the default? Like, is it just like a walking spacesuit? I still can't figure that
Just a
out.
man. It's just a dude.
No, there's nothing inside, much like your own soul. There's nothing actually inside of that suit.
But yeah, that's a dope game. It's pretty good.
I hear it's actually okay now, and so I mean,
It's really good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really into that style of boredom.
yeah. I mean, I'm
I
the dude who's put like 1,500 hours into RimWorld, so I figure
Oh, you're good.
I could maybe get 10 out of No Man's Sky. You know what I mean?
And unlike No Man's Sky, unlike RimWorld, No Man's Sky isn't made by a team full of awful hate mongers.
that we know of.
Yeah.
I,
Sean Murray seems okay.
Sean Murray,
Sean Murray seems like a good guy.
Sean Murray
Yeah,
seems
well,
all right, and we're gonna
he's gonna milkshake duck
Yep.
tomorrow.
we're gonna praise the shit out of him, and
kinda.
tomorrow he's gonna go on his big old racist tirade.
He's gonna say, you know what? It actually was about ethics and gaming journalism.
Oh my god. He's gonna say No Man's Sky. We're keeping all the politics all like at. We're gonna leave him at the door.
Did you guys hear about that shit that happened on Reddit like 2 weeks ago now?
What?
The fucking dude who started the Kotaku in Action
Oh yeah,
subreddit.
he
shut it.
claimed to have a
Shut it
conscience.
down.
He had a come to Jesus moment, and he shut the thing down, and all of the users went to the like flooded the admins with complaints, and so they opened it back up and took control out of his hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did hear about that actually.
What the fuck? Fuck those guys. Fuck every last one of them.
Yep.
There,
Put
there.
him in a rocket, send him to the sun.
Yep, there's my politics. What about you, Sam? What have you been playing? Good segue.
Yes, good segue. Jeez. Um, Toad's Treasure Tracker still.
I
Basically,
gotta get on that.
I'm trying to get through like 3 levels a day, and like completing it fully. So there's like always like a side challenge, and you got to find Pixel Toad hanging out in the trees, or you know, just being secretive away somewhere. I got a review code for a game called Earhart, which is a like top-down like plane flying game, like airplane game, where you're basically fishing and you want to live up to your daddy's legend by going and fishing the biggest of the fish. And there's pirates that are trying to shoot you. I don't know. The game's very vague about everything. I've played about 20 minutes of it, and it's not great. It's a twin-stick shooter, essentially, for aiming and like shooting at other ships. But there's a delay in your inputs. So being able to aim and shoot anything down like just really isn't working at all. It also kind of plays like a glorified mobile game. And there's no discernible objectives other than fish, make more money to make a better ship to go fish harder fish and keep getting fish. I think that maybe you should just go play like Sega Big Bass of a fishing game if you're more interested in fishing. Because flying and fishing doesn't work well unless you're fly fishing, which is very hard.
I have a question. About that, and this is maybe the most important question that can be asked about this game. Is it Earhart like air, like AIR, because you're a plane, or is it Earhart like EAR because it's trying to evoke Amelia Earhart?
Air as in AIR, air. Like you have hearts in the air.
Oh, I was asking if it was going to be spelled HART, like it's a car, like you're wearing a Carhartt jacket the whole time.
No. I've also been playing another thing.
Combat Racing.
Which is, what was that?
Super Combat Racing.
Super Combat Racing.
I've been playing Quidditch World Cup.
Yo, like real talk though, Super Bombad Racing has the sickest, main menu music of any game.
God, please stop. Just let the man finish talking about what he's playing.
No, man.
I've been playing. I can't talk about it yet, but I've been playing Phantom Doctrine.
All right, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna cut the desktop audio right now. Let's talk about it.
No, we're not going to talk about it. I've only played like the first couple levels. I basically have played what I played at E3 this year, so go read that if you're interested. Yeah, so I can't give any more info on that. Also, I played like 2 more matches of Mario Tennis so I could get Blooper as a character.
Oh shit, I need to do that. Damn.
All right.
Yeah, well, you have the entire month of August. But
Right.
he's a fun little squiddy boy. So go squid with him.
Did you see that was the highest selling game last month? Mario Tennis? NPD dropped today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I saw about NPD because everybody won't shut up about it. Guess what? The NES Classic sold more than a PS4 or Xbox last month.
Or Switch.
Yeah,
I heard that. That seems weird.
I don't know. Is it because you had so many people that were so crazed that they didn't get them the first time around that they finally started like releasing a whole bunch of them? And guess what? They'll probably do the same thing for the Super Nintendo next summer. And I mean, they're hackable to put Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and all types of games on them. Like, it makes a lot of sense. If you just want a small machine and don't feel like going through the technical aspects of the Retro Pi, like, you might as well get one of those and dump a whole bunch of stuff on it. It can technically hold N64 games, but from what I've heard, not a lot of them run very well, and you're going to need to get one of the Wii controllers that has a thumbstick anyway.
Yeah. When do we think they're going to announce that N64 next year?
Next month.
Yeah, I assume whenever
they announced both of the last ones in June.
So the rumor is that there is a Nintendo Direct either Friday or next week. Okay. And I think you're going to get the announcement of the N60. Although I wouldn't put it past them to skip that and go straight to the GameCube. To be perfect,
They should, because the Nintendo 64
64
sucks
is
and
a
has no
garbage
good games.
console. I agree. It's
I
a
don't
garbage
want to
console.
have this conversation.
I will kill and eat you. The N64 was
The
incredible.
Nintendo 64 has less physical games than the fucking PlayStation Vita.
And they're all
Okay.
ugly. They're all ugly as shit.
All right, hold on, because clearly Aaron is willing to defend me with the N64. So maybe that'll be our next segment, and we'll have that fight. But there was the rumors that they also trademarked something like the Game Boy Classic, right?
How would that even work, though? I mean,
Wild.
it's like just
Sorry.
just put those games in the Switch. Like
I checked it out at E3. Hyperkin is making a like fucking just Game Boy.
Yeah, well, they have that product now that you can like snap your cell phone in, right? And you can load like Game Boy and
But-
Game Boy Color games in it.
Literally a Game Boy Pocket that you put a cartridge in with a backlit screen.
Well, I wonder if Nintendo would be willing to do something like that, but not just do Game Boy, but do like every generation of Game Boy. So you could have like Game Boy Advance and SP games and all types of stuff like that on it. Make it like maybe a little bit bigger than that Micro. Like I'd be interested in doing that. Plus, if they're using the same boards as the Super Nintendo and NES thing, that opens up to emulation again for people to make those things portable, which I would love.
No, yeah. What would they put on that? Because you can't have rare games.
Well,
Which is
technically,
a lot of the really big.
technically,
I mean,
you
tax
could have rare games, right? Because there were rumors.
fucking
There were rumors
Nintendo.
back at E3 that Nintendo and Microsoft were kind of working together on some stuff.
Like
The-
BFFs now.
Yeah, well, in that first trailer with Minecraft, it was both branded Xbox and Switch. So,
I remember that. Yeah.
in theory, if they're talking together, like I don't see why they couldn't see that as a reasonable like trade of resources.
Yeah, fair. I don't know.
Neat. I haven't. I guess just ran it out. I can't remember if I talked about it last week or not. I've been playing Idle Champions of the Forgotten
Oh
Realms.
fuck yeah, you have.
Wow.
Go on, because I've been playing this too.
It's a basically an idle game from the people at Dungeons and Dragons, like the official Wizards of the Coast game, and it's just you got a lineup of heroes from D&D and D&D themed live podcasts, basically. Like there's some characters from the current event has characters from Dice Camera Action in there. And
Alright.
you basically just level them up, and then they walk forward, and monsters spawn, and then they kill the monsters without you really doing anything. And then you move on to the next area. And that, yeah.
The numbers keep going up.
Yep. And then you get to reset, and that makes the numbers go up faster when you start over, and it's incredible.
And then you do it all over, and the numbers just keep going faster.
I got that shit I got it going at work. I got it on my work laptop.
I was gonna say this is
I
gonna
left
be.
it-
Yeah, I've heard of it.
I left it running overnight
Yeah, dude.
on my PC.
Because your gold, it goes up faster when the game's on than when it's off.
Yeah.
So you gotta leave it on, and you just turn the sound down and minimize it, and go do some other shit.
Yeah.
Remember when people used the power of their computers when in idle to do that, like folding at home? How far we've gone away from God's light now that people just run their computers to make sure they get more fake gold, so they don't have to click on the screen faster.
It's
All I'm
pretty,
saying
it's
is
pretty
it's great.
incredible. It's pretty incredible. It looks cool too.
Yes. Can I ask you guys something? How do you guys feel about Bigfoot and people wanting to fuck him all of a sudden?
I'm way into it.
I mean,
I'm really into
hold
it.
on. What do you mean all of a sudden?
I mean, Bigfoot's come back into the Bigfoot's dick has come back into the consciousness in a big way.
I mean, look.
Well, can't come back.
I was under the assumption people have wanted to fuck Bigfoot for years. I
Look,
don't-
all I'm gonna say is that Mountain Monsters has like 5 seasons at this point. Bigfoot shows up in every fucking episode. Just they're not even hunting him. He's just there. They ain't never once tried to fuck that dude.
So
Or
Bigfoot's
or
like
lady.
definitely the sexiest cryptid, right?
I mean, you got mermaids and sirens, and fucking what else?
That dude-
Chupacabra and Mothman. Like, I don't know, dude. Mothman's pretty.
I don't think Mothman's fuckable.
I
Wait,
don't
you
know.
know what-
Have you seen Mothman?
You know,
How do
like
you
those silky wings
I mean, I
flapping
haven't met him
against her?
personally, but I know of him.
How do you? I mean, for all you know, those soft, smooth antenna brushing across your face, you don't know how good that feels.
What about Batboy? He's
do we
probably
consider-
Batman now, right?
I mean, if you're into more of a salt and pepper kind of woods daddy, you got the Yeti out there, but I don't think he's as cool as Bigfoot himself. I'd
think
say
he had it.
reptilians, but reptilians are aliens and not cryptids. So
I don't want to have sex with Ted Cruz.
what about Wendigos? Are Wendigos fuckable?
Don't Wendigos fuck you and then eat your skin while they're fucking you and then they become you?
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, hold on. Wait. I don't think Wendigos actually fuck you though. I think they just eat you.
Well, I mean, if you're into vor, is it really so different?
I think it's one of those things like with aliens, right? Where it's like, if it seems safe, a human will try to fuck anything.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't shock me that all of a sudden we're talking about Bigfoot and his homies of which ones are more fuckable.
So in that town in West Virginia, there's a giant metal statue of the Mothman, and he just has the most ripped abs I've ever seen.
And you're trying to tell me the Mothman isn't fuckable? Come on.
I don't know, man. Like, here's the other thing about aliens: is aliens they seek out, they just want to take that nut. So like, they have devices made. To,
They
like,
want to
just make
study that nut.
I want to put something forward here about the Mothman. Mothman is probably covered in like moth powder, right? Like moths are. They got that dust all over them. So that means if you guys are going at it like hardcore, just like if you're just raw dogging the Mothman, you're not gonna have to worry about getting sweaty because you're gonna get that moth dust all over you. It's gonna be like baby powder.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain to me what moth dust is.
Have you never touched a moth before?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it's not
Have
like
you
I've
ever
gone
played-
seek out like I'm gonna go touch that dirty moth that's trying to flap its way into the light.
Moths are covered in like this, like it's dust. Is the only way I can describe it. You'd think it's pollen, but I don't think it's pollen. But it's like this really fine, like almost fluffy dust, and it just gets on everything. So you know, Mothman's covered in it.
I
I don't know.
Are you sure moth dust doesn't code for like Coke? That's what it sounds like to me, man.
I mean, you're just making
I
Mothman
think the
sound more.
Mothman-
and more-
You're out there
Like,
looking
if
for
you're-
shrimp, for moth dust, like
If you're the Mothman, you're fucking high on life. You don't need anything else. You're just high on being the Mothman.
What other fucking cryptids are out there that are probably fuckable?
I don't think the Loch Ness monster is.
I was about to say the Loch Ness monster is totally fuckable.
No, I'm right there with you. I don't know. I don't
I'm
want
not here to like body shame Nessie. It's just I think like the mechanics of it would be too much.
I mean, but then you start talking about stuff like Chupacabra. I don't know, or like the Jersey Devil. What about the Jersey Devil?
Jersey Devil's got a nice ass.
Jersey,
he's got those hooves though. He'll kick you like a horse.
Yeah,
Is the
it might
Jer-
be kind of a hard fuck, the
All
Jersey
right.
Devil.
Let me run this. Let me run this one by you. Will o' the Wisps. They lead you into the woods and you end up dying because you're lost forever. Maybe you're following it because you want to have sex with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I heard if you follow a will o' the wisp. I'm drunk, so I can't fucking talk tonight. A will o' the wisp. A will o' the wisp. If you follow a will o' the wisp into the woods, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going with this, man. I'm wasted.
William. Listen, if you follow,
Really
if
following
you,
I don't know where I'm going with this, man.
if you follow William Wisp into the woods, you're gonna have a good time. That's all I'm saying.
William.
Chupacabra, fuckable or not?
Not just
Hot or not?
No, it's a dog.
it's a dog.
It's literally a dog.
Because I'm at a drawing of a Chupacabra right now. And it looks like a fucking alien.
If you're into dogs, you could probably fuck a chupacabra.
I looked up a list of cryptids on Wikipedia, the source for everything
That's
important.
the best place to look.
And I just want to know. I personally want to meet Devilbird, which is apparently in Sri Lanka. Seems like a real nice guy.
What about let me run this one by you guys. What about the old hag? You know that feeling where you wake up and you've got sleep paralysis and you think there's an old woman sitting on your chest? Maybe have sex with her. She'll let you up.
We talking about Baba Yaga?
Spring-heeled Jack.
Isn't he a
I'm
rabbit?
familiar with Spring-heeled Jack? Nah, man. He's like, I'm posting a picture in the chat right now. He looks like a cool goth guy.
Springfield Jack.
How about Loveland Frog?
What the hell?
Is a legendary humanoid frog described as standing roughly 4 feet tall.
That's just Chrono Trigger. You're just
Okay,
describing the dude from Chrono Trigger.
How fucking legendary can it be? None of us have ever heard of it.
Apparently in Loveland, Ohio, they're all about this weird frogman. No one. First of all, if there's only one of them, it's like an exclusive club if you sleep with them, right? Like that seems like everybody's always looking for that list of the top 5 people they sleep with. Like, why isn't the Frogman on there?
The first time somebody fucks the frogman, it's gonna be like the guy who caught the giant catfish all those years ago. You know, like I remember he had hair like fire and lightning in his eyes. He's the one who came down here and gave the frogman a good seeing to for the first time.
We also need to talk about phantom cats. Phantom cats, also known as alien big cats, are ABCs. And this is apparently all that makes them mysterious. Is they're large felines such as cougars, jaguars, and leopards, which allegedly appear outside of their indigenous region. Meaning that the only thing that's spooky about them is they don't belong where they are. So any cat in the zoo is actually an alien big cat. I don't know if you guys know that.
Let me run this one by you guys. What about Agumons? You want to fuck those? Because that new Digimon Survive trailer's out.
I mean, if we're going there, I mean, what about fucking Blastoise?
Now we're getting into weird, like, furry, scaly category.
Now let me run. Yeah,
right. We're now getting into a furry category.
Now listen.
Doing around it for the
I'm just googling Mothman's dick to see if I can find anything.
Pokemon, they can't even talk. They just say their own name. That's basically just like a cat meowing. That's furry as hell. Digimon, them motherfuckers can talk.
I love how
they can tell you to stop.
I love how we've been talking about how fuckable the Mothman is, and only when I bring up Blastoise does Tom say, "All right, it's getting a little weird. It's getting strange in here, man."
Well, I mean, look, Blastoise has 2 giant
the
guns on his
Mothman
shoulders.
is a grown-ass cryptid with grown-ass urges, and he's got to get hit.
You don't know how old that Blastoise is. He's at least level 40. That's like 20 in human years.
Yeah, he's old. He's old.
He's got guns. That means he's old enough to buy a gun.
He does. Exactly, dude. He's a fucking. Hey, wait. Is he like a Second Amendment guy?
I mean, he's got guns stapled to his shoulders.
No, if he could get rid of them, he would, but they're attached, so.
I am everything I hate.
How is there no answer as to Pokemon life expectancy?
Snowman. I feel like the softest and most gentle of all the cryptids.
I feel like Bigfoot is like the better hairy man.
No, because the Yeti has much softer fur, like down, like in a blanket or something.
Plus, I just have
he's not there in the cold. He's nice to lay on.
I just have a feeling that the abominable smoke, that like the Yeti. I'm not gonna fucking bother to try to say abominable. I have a feeling that he's just. I just did actually, didn't I? Yeah. Good. All right, fuck it. I have a feeling that the abominable snowman is just more of a tender lover than Bigfoot.
Okay.
I mean, they'll both probably fuck the shit out of you, but I bet the Yeti's gonna cuddle you afterwards. Bigfoot's just gonna keep walking.
Bigfoot's like the dude in the 50 Shades of Grey movie who says, "I don't make love, I fuck hard."
I really can't wait for Dolly to hear this podcast.
I know we're gonna have to tag this as like the After Hours podcast or something like that. I think
Dolly went in the group chat. It says, "What the fuck am I missing? Y'all are gonna rage without me." And we're talking about which cryptids are the most fuckable. The Mothman seems most fuckable so far. He goes, "Fuck, that's awesome. Let me point you to the Loch Ness monster."
Wow.
Oh
well,
my God.
I feel so much better about SDGC now.
Yeah. This is what happens. Dally takes one vacation. This is what happens.
I know we're really lighting the boat on fire inside.
I don't.
Okay, what about the Men in Black as an alien entity, not so much as the government type?
Well, hold on. Are you suggesting that the Men in Black are just setting up like alien hookups between?
No, man, because there's a lot to the Men in Black mythos. So there's some that they're sent by aliens. There's some that they are interdimensional demons come through a portal opened by Aleister Crowley himself.
My boy.
It's a long and failed history. There's some that they're weird alien robots with skin pulled over them. It's fucking sick.
That one is the weirdest. Wink.
And by that you mean the one that's most like fuckable. But here's the thing: I think like if I got abducted by aliens, I'd be like, "Yo, you guys got that weird like that weird dick device? Like, let's get this thing going."
Yeah, you got that moth dust?
All right, I'm here. Put it in my butt. Oh, we don't do that
like,
anymore.
Let's do this.
What the fuck do you mean you don't do that anymore? Put it in my butt. So totally unrelated to this shit. Since I'm pretty much just tearing through all the shit I got written down, I got a really dumb story. You guys want to hear it?
Sure, why
Oh
not?
yeah, because I know what's
can't-
third on that
yeah.
list.
You really don't know what's third on that list. You know what's second on that list. I'm skipping it for the moment.
Oh.
So I wear when I'm outdoors. I have really nice aviators. You can see them right here on my webcam down in the corner.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
they
look
sit.
at that.
They're
They
very
sit.
nice
They
aviators.
sit really close to my face. I'm walking to work the other day, and all of a sudden, right into the side of my head is just slam, and then all I can feel is fur in my eye socket underneath my aviators, and all I can hear is bleh, bleh, and I rip my aviators off, and it's a fucking bumblebee. Bumblebee got right into my eye and was just upside down in my eye, going bleh, put pollen all over my glasses, pollen all in my eyes, just bleh, bleh, and then it just flew away, and I'm like, what the fuck, Bumblebee? Come on. I'm trying to
He
go
was
to work
just
here.
attracted to how beautiful your eyes are and wanted to pollinate with them.
Oh,
Caught it right in the eye, didn't get stung. There's my story. How do you guys feel about that? Rated on scale of 1 to 10.
he stung your heart though. I don't know.
I'm trying to come up with a
like
stinger.
like a 5.5 maybe.
Yeah.
Like
I
mean, like I was waiting for the punchline to be like, I took like I brought the bumblebee home and got it drunk.
I got a drunk and had sex with it. I don't know. It was a
Like
bummer.
I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for, I don't know. I felt like it left me wanting more.
Well,
Does that make sense?
I mean, it left me wanting more too. He fucking just left. He hasn't called.
You guys ever been stung by bees and bumblebees and stuff like that?
Never.
I've been stung by wasps.
Yeah, I fell face first into a fucking wasp nest when I was a kid. That was
Ooh.
I had to sit into it, and the best part is I had to sit in a bathtub full of baking soda for like 2 hours. It's fucking terrible, dude. It was one of the worst experiences of my life.
I think that's skunks, man. I think you got the wrong animals.
I don't know. That's just what my mom made me do, man.
That's tomato juice with the skunks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, my mom was like, "You got to get in this tub with the fucking baking soda," and I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler. It didn't fucking help
Nah. I mean,
because my mom didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. So
speaking of things I don't know anything the fuck about, check out this segue. You guys heard about that new card game that Valve's making? Valve's actually making video games again?
Is it Artifact?
Yeah.
yeah, the one they troll everybody with.
So you said Artifact. I heard Hearthstone. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
Oh,
what
is it Elder Scrolls Legends?
Gwent?
How many of these fucking games? Magic the Gathering Arena? Like, what are we talking about? No, they're making a card game. They're making a Dota 2 themed card game. But more importantly, they're actually making another video game.
Weird.
I mean, I guess it's a video game in the sense that you play it on an electronic device, but
They hired one of the writers from Portal 2 back.
no, actually, no, I haven't heard that. What are you talking about?
Was it the guy who put out that Half-Life 3 fan fiction, quote unquote?
Uh,
I thought that wasn't. Well, hold on. Wasn't that just the fanfic? Wasn't that just the actual script that they were going to use for the next episode of Half-Life 2?
He changed all the names and words in it, and then when he put it up on his website, claimed it was fan fiction.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Portal 2 co-writer Jay Pinkerton back at Valve.
I wouldn't read too deeply into that.
I don't trust anybody
I
who's
don't know, man.
Pinkerton.
I don't know, man.
I know how bad I want it, but I mean, Portal 2 is my wife's favorite game of all time. It's one of my favorites.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be Portal 2, but they're making something they need a writer for because you don't need a writer for fucking card games.
Unless you get that campaign mode, man.
You gotta get
Yeah,
that. You
I
gotta
was
get
gonna
that
say.
flavor text.
Yeah, Hearthstone has a bunch of that adventure stuff in it. I mean, is Dota 2 a deep enough brand that people would want lore to it? There might be
they just
lore in
wanna know who they
Dota 2
wanna fuck.
now. What's the last non-free-to-play game that Valve developed? Is it Portal 2?
Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead
So
2.
Portal
Left
2,
4
I
Dead 2.
think. Yeah.
No, it's Portal 2. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It is Portal 2.
Because everything after that has been purely free-to-play.
Well,
April 18th, 2011. Remember how
Isn't-
the
what a-
PS4 version had Steam?
when did Counter Strike come out?
Oh, that's right, Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess it would have been an internal team that did develop that.
Yeah. That was developed by Valve at Corporation, August 21st, 2012.
Well, they should have given it to Gearbox because that went so well for them for the previous Counter Strikes.
Jeez.
What else we got? Fucking, you guys seen that trailer for Godhood?
I have not seen the trailer for Godhead yet.
Is that the game where you're a god?
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of those, God games.
One of those guy games. Who developed that?
So that's being made by Abbey Games. They're the developers who made the game Rius, which was it was that super indie game where it was like every stage was like a planet that was like very, very small and had like was subdivided into biomes, and you would try and grow shit basically. It was like super chill. But I quite like that game, and they've made some other stuff too. But then they went silent for a while, and then all of a sudden they just put out this trailer, and it looks like it looks like black and white. It looks like Populous.
Whatever happened to fucking Goddess?
Peter Molyneux.
Goddess Molyneux's game. Did that ever?
Molyneux's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's
still alive.
He
He's just not
quit the
relevant.
industry. Yeah, that game sort of kind of came out, and it was total bullshit. It was half finished and microtransaction laden, and then it was just they came out and they said, yeah, we're not gonna finish it, and that was that.
So what you're saying is it's no curiosity what's inside the cube.
I mean, listen, you want to talk about a game that has a beginning, a middle, and an end? Look no further than Curiosity. What's inside the cube?
True.
Somebody will get an amazing prize.
Didn't they? So that's tied to Goddess, right?
Yeah.
You had to figure like this guy figured out what was in the, all right, if I remember the story correctly, the guy figured out he solved the puzzle, and he was supposed to be like the god of Goddess. Like he won some prize in the game, and I don't think he ever actually collected on it.
Huh.
He won like money and like the chance to like now I want to fucking look the details up.
There was a whole controversy thing where he wanted to claim the prize, but 22 Cans, Molyneux studio, I think, basically just stopped talking to him, and it turned into this whole thing. And then Devolver Digital hooked him up and put him as an NPC in their game Not a Hero.
Really hard to believe that that something Peter Molyneux did didn't work out, didn't follow through. I have a hard time believing that.
Speaking to The Guardian, Molyneux explained that the person in charge of keeping in contact with contest winner Henderson left the company, and no one was ever reassigned the position, an act which Molyneux called inexcusable.
Jeez.
You're in charge of the fucking company, dude!
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Is he still... Does 22 Can still exist?
I don't...
Good question.
Let's find out.
You know what's great on podcasts? Fact checking, and I'm glad we're doing so much of it.
The early access Steam release has yet to see an update beta since December 2014, as of May 2018. Yikes!
Yeah, the last thing they did was they did Goddess Wars in 2016, and they did the Trail Frontier Challenge, which was published by Flash website Congregate.
Wow, they made a game. They made a game called Goddess Wars. Jesus. The regenesis of the God game.
Speaking of Goddess, and the fact that was basically an isometric game and everything was flat textures. How do you guys feel about Flat Earth?
Yo, for real.
I'm a flat earther.
You guys ever wonder why all of the planes on the entire planet are a giant cabal working to perpetuate the myth of a spherical Earth?
Yeah, there's just an ice wall at the end, and they like plane drivers. They just, pilots just turn around when they get to the end.
Yeah, they just turn around and fly in circles for a while.
Yeah, I've seen photos of people who bring like a bubble level on a plane, and they're like, "Oh, if I'm flying, how come it's still level if I'm on a sphere?"
Did you know?
You fucking globalist.
Did you know that Australia doesn't exist?
Yeah,
it's
a myth.
It's a myth. It's too far away. It doesn't make sense, and so they made it up to try and make everybody believe in the spherical Earth hypothesis. It's total bullshit.
So where did kangaroos come from?
They come from
Australia's
they're like camels. They come from the Middle East.
Kubrick's fucking soundstage where he faked the moon landing. That's where.
But you can go to a zoo and see a kangaroo. It's not like
it's not true.
No, man, it's just
not
two
like
dogs
it's
strapped
like-
together.
Yeah,
they've got standing mice that play instruments at Chuck E. Cheese. You can't believe in kangaroos.
So you're telling me one of my favorite internet videos, which is that man who runs up to that kangaroo and punches him straight in the mouth, is completely staged.
Yes.
So Do you guys know about this guy who built the rocket to prove that the Earth was flat?
Oh my! I love this guy.
So there've been a couple guys, but I think let's see if we're talking about the same guy. This guy,
The one
his name
who
is-
they want, who got like, he was fighting to go up in this rocket. It's like, I'll show everyone, and they said you can't shoot that rocket here.
yeah, this guy. So he did it right. So he took off, and he reached a little over 18,000 feet above the Mojave Desert.
Was it 18,000 or was it 1,800?
I'm sorry, 1,800. No, it was 18,000. No, I'm sorry. No, 1,800. My bad. I'm reading
They're
that
fucking. You
wrong.
get in an elevator and go
Yeah.
to a taller building than that.
So here's the best part, right? Here's the best part. He says, "I'm tired of people saying I checking out and didn't build a rocket. I'm tired of that shit. I manned up and did it." And now he says, it says his ultimate goal. Hughes reportedly wants to build what he's calling a raccoon, or a rocket that hitches a ride into the air but a gas-filled balloon.
Just build a balloon at that point.
Do I believe the Earth is shaped like a frisbee? I believe it is. Do I know for sure? No. That's why I want to go to space.
If you guys are like, this guy's building rockets, he must be like some sort of rocket scientist. He is a 61-year-old limo driver.
Yep.
Yep, living in a mobile home, because of course he lives in a mobile home. Oh my dude, this guy is. There's pictures of this guy blasting off, by the way, and it's wonderful.
I mean, not for nothing. Like 1,800 feet, not a whole lot. Fucking limo driver built a rocket and launched himself into the air and didn't kill himself. So I guess props to that dude, right?
I guess.
Apparently, Shaquille O'Neal is a flat earther.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's out there hanging out with B.O.B.
Yeah,
man.
B.O.B. Kyle Irving is a flat earther. And apparently, there's a conference. There's like conferences for this shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, they have members all over the globe.
Earth is flat and Mars is round.
This is my favorite picture on the internet, by the way.
The picture of that guy blasting off is something that I can't get enough of that. Like that's fantastic.
Tila Tequila is a flat earther.
She's also a Nazi, so there's your
Yeah,
crossover.
I'm sorry. Did you say Chile Tequila?
The internet's resident crazy person for 20 years running now.
She's also like a non-white white nationalist.
Yeah.
Yep.
It, like doesn't make any sense. Like it's like yeah. I had forgotten that she existed completely until a few months ago, where I read a story about her becoming a Nazi, and I didn't know. I don't like. Is that true? Like, she's actually a fucking Nazi. Like
She's straight up a Nazi.
I have a really good quote from Shaquille O'Neal. He said, "The Earth seems flat to me. I do not go up and down at a 360-degree angle and all that stuff about gravity. Have you looked outside Atlanta lately and seen all these buildings? You need to tell me that China's under us. China is under us.
Well, shit,
It's
man.
not. The
Dude,
world is flat."
If it's good enough for Shaq, it's good enough for all of us.
Let me read you the final line of the intro blurb to Tequila's Wikipedia page.
Please do.
No.
Yes.
She has subsequently received negative attention for her support of Adolf Hitler, as well as anti-Semitic and white nationalist comments, which led to her expulsion from Celebrity Big Brother.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Is she just doing this for attention?
No, I'm pretty sure she wasn't even like promoted at the first event she got caught at. It was one of those fucking like alt-right Richard Spencer things, and she was just in there talking about how great Adolf Hitler was, and they were like, "Wait, aren't you Tila Tequila?"
Remember when she went to the gathering of the Juggalos and got booed off the stage and they threw shit at her?
Yeah, they threw like rotten food and tomatoes and shit at her. I love Juggalos. They're my homies.
Have you guys was a Nazi? Jesus Christ!
Speaking of Juggalos, have you guys seen that video of Crazy Mike? Is that his name from?
No, it is Violent J.
Violent
and
J.
Shaggy
and
Two
Shaggy Two Dope. Shaggy Two Dope. Yeah.
There's some video of one of the members of
One or the skinny one.
I see the fat one.
Violent
Violent J.
Yeah.
Apparently his daughter is a furry, And
What?
they tried to order this furry suit for her off the
Oh my
internet.
god.
And they got scammed because like the suit like looked like shit, I guess, in comparison to what they were gonna be buying. So they made this video called like Snake Hunters or something like that, and it's just all about like putting this guy on blast for designing this terrible furry suit, and like them being nice to the person that designed the very lovely furry suit that she wears throughout the entire video.
What even is real anymore?
I know.
They have, they have a whole song that's just about different flavors of Fago.
The only thing, literally, the only line of an Insane Clown Posse song I remember is, and this is the actual line. I'm not making this up. It's "I'll drop my nuts in your soup, ploop." That's literally the only line of an ICP song that I know.
That's a pretty good line.
When I was in college,
It's not bad.
when I was in college running a magazine, I assigned someone the Insane Clown Posse double album to review, and he came up to me at like 2 a.m. He's like, "Listen to this song," and the fucking lines that always stuck to me is he goes, "My nutbag tastes like Fago grape. You don't like red pop." Hey, like that's
Oh,
fucking
too good.
poetry.
That's too good.
They're famous for the fucking magnets. How do they work? Line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What is this line? I don't know about that.
That's
Oh, you
it.
never heard that?
You
You've heard
joking?
it.
Wait,
They basically made this fucking heel turn where they went from being just about like killing cops and like fighting people to being like, the Dark Carnival and Shangri-La we're all Jesus in heaven the whole time. We're actually rapping for God.
that
And
makes sense.
they made this song that was basically like just talking about how everything in the world is a fucking miracle and how like they call out, so they like shit on science and they're like, yo, fuck scientists. How the fucking magnets work?
What?
For about the past 10 years or however long that song's been out for, anytime anybody asks how does something work to my brother, he goes, I don't know, magnets? No one knows how those fuckers work.
Well, hold on. Did they really like turn to Jesus? Did they find Jesus?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't so much that they found Jesus as they just one day were like, yeah, look at the themes of all our songs. It's always been about Christianity. Like,
Yeah, they said
just
it was
they,
about Jesus all along.
they made the flip, but it wasn't like they were like, yeah, we found Jesus. They were just like one day they were just like, no, it's always been about Jesus.
and all the
big up-
juggalos
big ups-
and
big
juggalettes
ups,
from
Big
like
G.
whoop whoop.
I know that like somebody tells me to drop my nuts in your soup, ploop, the first thing I think about is God.
They say
Like
I have the lyrics here. It says, I see miracles all around me. Stop and look around. It's all astounding. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed. So he just like shits on science.
Man, that's a lot deeper than I was expecting from ICP.
Who did
To be totally
ICP?
honest with
I was about to say who did ICP back in the fucking presidential election, but now I remember they're all like super anti-Nazi and Trump.
Yeah,
Despite
they
that
fucking
being
hate,
like-
they hate those guys.
you. Oh, dude, yeah, no, they're not fans of Trump and the fucking alt right.
They were having a juggalo rally in DC that like what, a year and a half ago, because they were getting classified by the FBI as a violent gang or something like that. And they found out the alt right were having a rally there too, and they're like, we're gonna fucking run those guys down with our hatchets. Fuck those guys. And it's like, well, on the one hand, I'm with you guys. On the other hand, you guys are out there rallying to protest being a violent gang. You're out there threatening to fucking kill people with hatchets.
Look, and their logo is literally the Hatchet Gentleman. So like,
hatchet gentlemen.
Just gentlemen.
Fucking ICP. How do they work?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Fucking flat Earth.
I only got one other thing on my list, boys. I made a list, and now we're at the end of it, and here it is. Are you guys ready? It's actually a thing. I'm gonna present it right now. Stardew Valley has multiplayer.
Hell yeah, it does. I want to play it really bad.
Yeah, me too.
I heard about that actually. Like, I love Stardew Valley, but I have no idea how multiplayer the game works.
So here's how it works. One person hosts a session, and for that person, it is basically single player. Like, they have the house and the farm is theirs and all this shit. And then all of the people that join their session, I think it's up to 3 other people. I think it's 4-player sessions. I think they get like little, like 1 by 3 cottages that sit next to the house. And then they just also get to run around and like plant crops and go do some shit.
That's
man.
actually really cool.
Yeah.
I think you could get married to your friends that stop by too, right? Like,
Well, I mean, you can do that in real life.
well, yeah, but I mean, in game, I think you can marry them and have them like move into your main home with you too.
Excuse you. I already have a beautiful wife who eats rocks. Thank you very much.
Abigail. Now here's the real question: if you see the main player going for those sweet Abigail gifts, can you get in there with those purple minerals and just woo her faster and marry him out from under the main person in the game and ruin it for him forever? Or her?
Yo, you can get like divorced and magic away your kids in that game now.
You can't. Yeah. Yep.
Like you go to a wizard and they're like, "We will erase the children."
Abigail's dad.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I've played a bunch of that game and I haven't played it since multiplayer's been in. Now
Man,
I want to play it.
Abigail, I'm
Yeah,
living
me
that
too.
Maru. I'm living that Maru life.
No, it's all about Leah.
No.
Yeah. Leah will make you a sculpture. She has a lovely cabin. I don't know why she moves away from her house. Her house is way cooler than yours.
It's true.
Maru's just got that kind of nerdy thing that I
Oh,
like.
she the
going
dweeb?
on, like, yeah,
Yeah, she's the dweeb.
I like.
Yeah,
that.
but I don't know, man.
She got a thing for cabbage too, man. Like every time I give her a cabbage, she was really appreciative.
Loves that cabbage.
She is all about this. She loves the cabbage. She loves.
I mean, who
the cabbage.
doesn't?
Not to date
I-
him, but
I don't know. Like it was a weird thing though. Like she wouldn't date me unless I brought her cabbages and batteries. Like that's what she wanted. And I don't know. Like I never actually
I
stopped.
mean, that
to
girl
ask her.
loves batteries.
She's a big fan, and I never actually stopped to ask her what she wanted them for. In hindsight, I feel like I probably should have, because that's a weird thing to really kind of want, is cabbage and batteries. But like, she wouldn't dance with me unless I gave her a cabbage. So I mean,
her
it's-
basement is just filled with weird marionettes of like cabbage dancing and like a whole collective Disneyland animatronic store down there.
she's got
Cabbage and batteries.
she's got life size dolls made of cabbage heads strung up in her basement. There's some really weird shit going on.
I don't think it's worth dating him over, but I think it's Elliot that lives on the beach. And
Oh,
anytime
the
that
Fabio looking motherfucker.
yeah, anytime
Yeah.
there's an event on the beach, you talk to him and he's just like, I just woke up and all these people are on my lawn. Like I don't know what's going on here.
I can't stand that dude.
Who's the really sad guy?
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's accurate. I've never met a Sam that leads a happy life.
That dude's great. That dude's great because like the first couple of times you hang out with him, it's basically my life, and then all of a sudden he winds up in the hospital, and then he gets his shit back together, and it's like, well, I can see where our paths have diverged.
He's the one that works at the supermarket,
Jojo
Oh,
Mart.
Jojo
Yeah.
Mart.
JoJo's Bizarre supermarket.
Now, if that game really wanted to impress, it would let you marry the dwarf.
That game really wants you. Wanted to impress. Would let you marry the alcoholic, really shitty mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Did they ever fix that bug where she could just disappear and never come back?
I don't think they did.
That's so crazy that at some point she could just one day disappear from your game and then never return.
the,
What if, so I actually like, but you can role play that, right? Like, just say she got abducted by aliens.
I was just gonna say she went out into the woods and killed herself.
she had a fucking
That too,
Yeah.
So
Or
I'm
to
not,
character.
I'm not saying it's a sure thing, but originally in Stardew Valley, Sam, the sad alcoholic who works at Joji Mart, and the blue-haired girl who is the older sister of the blonde you could date,
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
they were not actually romanceable, and people were like, I want to have sex with both of them, and so the guy who made the game was like, all right, and now you can.
Well, hold on. Concerned Ape made them both like. Well, hold on. You can do that like at the same time.
I mean, you can get divorced in that game. You can go on a string of conquests if you want.
Wait, isn't the blue-haired girl married?
No, I don't think so. She's married to life.
As my one friend says, just because there's a goalie in that doesn't mean you can't score.
Yeah, it's a speed bump, not a stop sign.
Yep. And I mean, stop signs are more suggestions than rules anyway.
Sure, why not?
Oh, I'm thinking of the green-haired woman who's married.
Oh yeah. No, like I've actually gone down a few steps of the chain with the blue hair girl and whose name I can never remember, and her shit gets
You really care. You really care about her too.
her
You can't
shit
let her
gets
fucking-
weird, man. You go on like dream quests and like it's like you're taking
Really?
LSD. Yeah, dude, it's like you're taking LSD and there's like parrots and shit. It's
So it's like Far Cry, basically.
a little bit,
Yeah, how come I
Far Cry
can't
4?
block the homeless guy?
a little bit. It's pretty fucking weird.
Can we talk about the homeless guy for a second? Because the first time I played that game, and he's rummaging through the trash like a nasty boy.
Linus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's rummaging through the trash, and like you catch him, and he's like, "Please don't tell" or whatever. And like you have the option to just be like, "Don't worry, I won't tell anybody," or just be like, "Well, you shouldn't do that," and judge him. And either outcome of that, like he feels bad about it. But if you're like, "I won't tell anybody," like he gets upset at you the next time you see him. Like, you should have told me not to do this. And it's like, what do you mean I should have told you not to do that? I was trying to be a bro. If you want to go be a nasty boy in the trash, do it, because I'm going to be a nasty boy in the trash. People throw away all types of good stuff in that game.
Hell yeah, you can get
Yeah,
full.
dude.
You can
Yeah.
get full cakes. Full cakes.
Hell
People throw away
yeah.
ore in that game.
It's like fucking BioShock Infinite, man. Just rummage around in the trash can, find some apple pies and some hamburgers and hot dogs.
It's only nasty if you get caught.
Very true. Well,
Who are you trying to impress?
I'm trying to impress Abigail.
Yeah, you should.
Uh,
You have
somebody
Super
threw
Nintendo
away
with her?
Time to give her a shiny rock. Where'd you get the rock? On the ground or in the trash? It doesn't matter. Take it.
Also, they patched it so she doesn't eat the rocks anymore.
She does. She just doesn't say like, that's delicious, and it really fucking upsets me.
My favorite.
I got fucking nothing else. That's my whole list. You boys got anything you want to close out the show with? You want to?
Man, that's good timing, dude. It's like 5 minutes to 10. Not
Yeah.
bad.
5 minutes to 10. We've been going for 59 minutes. I'm hitting that endpoint. I got this shit down to a science. What's up, Dally?
Not bad. I think you should run the podcast from now on.
Yeah, I'm taking over.
How you guys feel about hot Cheetos?
Hot Cheetos?
Is that
Yeah, man.
is that a
Like
sex thing?
flaming hot Cheetos?
Like,
Yeah,
like,
flaming hot Cheetos.
oh, I
Very
think like Cheetos that you heated up. Like I
No.
was confused for a
I
minute.
don't mean like a fucking warmed Cheeto.
Like Cheeto that you put in
warm
the
Cheetos.
oven?
Yeah. You see that those kid like that kid that went to the hospital because they fucking ate too many hot Cheetos?
Well, have you had the jalapeno Cheetos? Those are good too.
Fuck with Takis? They got Takis by you?
I don't think I've had one of those. No.
No, I haven't.
Fuck good.
I do know that crumbled up Cheetos are fucking good on just about any food you can think of.
I don't really eat Cheetos.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
I made chicken that was Cheeto breaded.
Mm.
That was pretty good.
I've had the somebody made mozzarella sticks with Cheeto coating, and that was like a nice cheesy sensation.
Captain Crunch is a really good, like if you crunch it up, it's a really good breading.
Oh, that does sound good, actually. Yeah.
Trying to get crunchitize. I had that a couple bars, and I made it at home too. It was pretty good.
I guess the only problem with Captain Crunch is that even if you like mush it up for the breading, like it's just tinier stabby pieces into your mouth, right? Like you can break that stuff up into like finer than sand, and it's still gonna cut the shit out of your mouth. So Captain
I
Crunch
learned
does.
that Captain Crunch has like a full name, and it fucking really upset me.
Captain Crunch has a name?
Yeah,
Yeah, his
he
name is
does.
Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch.
What the fuck? Why do I not know that?
Also, they call him Captain, but he's not a captain.
He's more of he's a Commodore, isn't he?
Well, he's an admiral, isn't he? Doesn't he have a whole fleet?
Well-
Does he have a whole fleet?
Calling him Private Crunch sounds real nasty, so I know why they didn't call him that.
I also read somewhere that the Hamburger's real name is Hamilton B. Ergler, and I haven't seen confirmation from McDonald's about that.
Listen, all right, here's the plan. I need you to call up John McDonald's right now and find out, and maybe, just maybe, they'll send you some of those fucking Big Mac coins that they're giving to everybody. You see that shit?
Yeah, the Mac coins, which I thought they just launched their own cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then it turns out no, they're actually like physical coins that you can exchange for Big Macs at McDonald's.
Do you want me to get one and send it to you?
A Big Mac coin? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I absolutely
I'll
do.
mail you a Big Mac coin.
Please abuse your internet powers to make that happen.
I 100% want one of those. I would fucking love one of those just to have.
We were talking about Cheetos. Can I just give a shout out to maybe my favorite thing on the internet right now, which is Bon Appetit. There's a pastry chef on that channel named Claire that attempts to make gourmet versions of snack foods. This week she made Oreos, but about 3 or 4 weeks ago she tried to make homemade Cheetos. And what an experience that is. Thank God for mass consumerism and mass production, because there'd be no way that you could make that Cheeto Dusty flavor goodness at home without such levels of production.
Sounds great.
I got donut fries from Dunkin' Donuts this week.
Donut fries?
Yeah, they're basically, you'd think they'd be like a churro, which they're not. And you'd think they'd be soft, which they also aren't. So they're just hard sticks of bread, basically, with like some cinnamon sugar on them. And they don't come with dippings, which is a fucking...
That sounds fucking awful.
Do they have icing on them, though, and like sprinkles?
No!
See, why would you not just make them like? Why wouldn't you just make them long, square, like donut holes, right?
Give me the churro.
What
Yeah,
the
that
fuck?
doesn't make a whole...
I don't know what a churro is.
A churro is like a Mexican sweet, like it's fried bread basically.
Yeah, I had 3 of them at Costco this weekend.
Oh my god!
Why do you eat like such a garbage can,
Tom,
Tom? You can
okay.
do so much better.
I need to point something out right now. The sum total of food in my house at this point is half a box of honeycomb cereal and a jug of milk. And somehow you are eating worse than I do.
Nah, man. Not Burger King. Dunkin' Donuts also launched pretzel bites with mustard, chicken fingers, and brownies this week. So I'm gonna go fuck on that.
God damn. All right.
I tried some nacho fries from Taco Bell
They're
this weekend. They're just fries with like queso. Like
They're so good.
You could make that at home. Just go buy a bag of frozen fries and then get
they got
whatever
the
queso.
dust on them.
What dust? You guys are talking about dust that I apparently live in a dustless world.
Were your fries not orange?
Yeah, they were orange, but that's because everything that comes from Taco Bell is orange.
Pretty much.
Name one thing that comes out of Taco Bell that isn't fucking neon green Baja Blast that doesn't come out orange.
All right, real talk.
A
So
soft taco.
I went to a combination Taco Bell KFC one day because I wanted some KFC, and it was literally split down the middle. Where on the left is the KFC and on the right is the Taco Bell.
Yep.
And the KFC register is over here, and the Taco Bell register is over here, and it's like bright neon lighting, like fluorescent lighting over the KFC, and I swear to fucking God, the lighting over the Taco Bell was like this weird, like yellowy orange light bulb type lighting.
Have you ever been to a Kentucky Hut?
No. That sounds amazing.
It does
They
sound
have,
really good.
By me, they used to have a combination KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell.
Could you buy all 3 things from one register, or did you have to have 3 separate transactions?
You can get everything from once. Now,
that sounds
all that's left is the combination Nathan's Hot Dogs / Dunkin' Donuts / Baskin Robbins.
I mean, that sounds all right. Get a hot dog, throw it in the donut hole, and slap that in some fucking sundaes. I'm into that.
Was that
Hot dog nuggets?
Was that Kentucky Hut able to mix and match your food? Because we have a combination KFC and Taco Bell here.
And they won't do it.
Oh, no, see, mine is willing to do just about any Frankenstein thing as long as it's not like gross to a extreme level. So if you want popcorn chicken quesadilla, you're more than welcome to get that.
Yeah, if you get like if you go to a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, they will, if you ask, they'll put like pizza sauce in a burrito.
Oh,
that crosses the line.
All I want is some fucking Taco Bell, like one of those things like the nachos or something that have the cheese all over it. But I want that replaced with KFC gravy. That's all I want.
Those are great because I can be like, hey, can I get a taco and can I also get some breadsticks?
We talked for 20 minutes about fucking monsters, and the most vomit-inducing thing I heard all night was talking about putting fucking marinara sauce in a taco.
Exactly.
We need to end this trap.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
This is going on a gaming website, and we talked about games for 5 minutes.
Probably that's probably generous.
I'm gonna end the segment. I do have one final segment. It's gonna be just a rapid fire. We're talking lightning round right before we quit. What's everybody drinking? We're gonna start with John. What are you drinking?
Tonight I'm drinking some Bowman Brothers whiskey that's been aged in a port barrel for 3 years.
Nice. Sam, what have you been drinking?
Nothing during this whole podcast, but I've been onto that Arizona peach tea recently.
That's all right.
Big fan.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Tom?
Arizona peach tea, actually.
Nice.
Yes, peach is the best summer flavor. Fight me.
Yeah, I agree.
I have been mixing and matching. I got a little Cap Morgan original spiced rum,
Oh, there you go.
and I got a little fucking Bullet Kentucky whiskey.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, Bullet.
I like Bullet.
It's got a spice to it almost. Like it gives you the tinglies when you do it straight.
Their rye is pretty good too.
Yeah, have a little sip right now.
Man, this is the best gaming podcast we've ever.
This is really good content.
We're not going to be able to put
This
on
is
the
really-
website.
No,
Delhi's
this is going on the website.
It's Delhi's going to listen to this and just be mortified.
I just want you to know that this is going to be archived on Twitch. I'm exporting it to my YouTube channel. I've got a recording on my hard drive, and this is going on the SideQuest and YouTube channel.
Ryan Gann is smiling like the Cheshire Cat somewhere.
I personally think that this is the gaming content that Twitter craves personally.
I warned everybody that this was going to be a shit show, and it is, and now we're going to stop because I think an hour and 10 minutes of whatever the hell we just did is probably enough.
It's probably more than enough, to be perfectly honest with you.
In that case, this is the end of the show. Thank you all for joining us. I have been Dally Domofsky, EIC of SideQuesting.com. You can find my cohorts, Tom, John, and Sam, all over the internet. You guys want to plug yourselves? And I'm going to let you guys do it in free-for-all format. Go wild.
Oh. Anybody want to plug me?
You're what, Mr. Negative?
I am. I'm
on Twitter?
I am. I'm at Mr. Megadub on Twitter, and I also host Superperform Gamescast, which goes live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've actually got Kevin Van Ord, who wrote Divinity Original Sin 2 on the podcast tomorrow.
Tell that guy I love him. I love his game.
Yeah, I will.
So no talking about which cryptid is the most fuckable tomorrow on your podcast.
No, we saved that for our exclusive Patreon tier. If you donate $500 to our Patreon, we will actually get you on a Skype call once a month, and we will talk fuckable cryptids with you for 5 minutes.
Now we'll talk about that on SideQuesting's newest podcast, Cryptid Corner, with 2Ks. Episode 1, we actually start coincidentally with the Mothman, so check on in.
Episode 2, also about the Mothman. Basically, we just really want to get down on the Mothman.
That's good shit, man.
It's gonna be a 6-episode arc, one for each of his rippling, glistening abs.
Sam, where you at? Where you at on the internet?
I wish nowhere.
Yeah.
I've decided nowhere is where I want to be on the internet from now on. I don't know, man. I'm on Twitter at SamDI79. The only tweet that I've made since the last time we had one of these train wrecks was July 28th. I posted some fireworks, which was the last legal day to post fireworks in America. So hope you're happy, America, and you got a nice firework display in your June, because you can't do it again until next July. So
That's right.
Good luck, internet.
What about you, Tom? Where you at? What are you doing? How you living?
You can find me at that Tom Johnson. I tweet really bad. It's don't follow me.
You do tweet really bad.
Stay up to date with all the latest breaking teeth issues.
Yeah, man. Ryan is fascinated with the way I keep breaking teeth. That's neither here nor there. Take us home. We gone? We out?
Yeah, we're done. I'm at Scratty Bones on Twitter. I am at Scratty Bones on Twitch, which you know because you're watching it on my channel right now. Fucking this was all a ploy to get more followers. What up? We out.